The reason why NBA Live 18 sucks. Now, before you NBA Live fanboys jump down my throat. Wait a minute, NBA Live fanboys don't exist. I'm coaching! So in this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys my experience with the NBA Live 18 demo on the PlayStation 4 and going over why I feel like NBA Live 18 just feels like an incomplete game. Just doesn't feel, it doesn't have that oomph, you know what I mean? The biggest reason why NBA Live 18 feels the way it does, the reason why it doesn't feel so good is because for us basketball fans, we've had an NBA game for quite some time and it's been getting progressively better, depending on who you ask, over the years. This little game is called NBA 2K. The reason why NBA 2K seems to just completely outshine and outclass NBA Live at every single turn is because 2K isn't fighting an uphill battle. It's already won. It's had the monopoly on NBA titles on home consoles for years. NBA Live just hit that disappear button one time. So over the years, 2K has been able to add in animations, tweak things every now and then here and there to make the game really feel polished. And I know we all hate 2K sometimes, right? Like 2K still remains to this day one of the only games that can really fucking piss me off. I like to say NBA 2K is the only game that can bring the inner coon out of me. Like when I'm playing 2K, I will, oh my God, I get so into it. The reason why NBA Live seems so clunky is because it is. EA is trying to rush this game, to the market for whatever reason, and it's just not working out. And it sucks because NBA Live does a lot of interesting things. They took the whole my career thing in NBA 2K where you're talking to people on the phone and doing this whole story mode and bullshit. And I honestly feel like from the little bit I've played of NBA Live, that was way better implementation than 2K did. So in stuff like that, they can learn from 2K and add that to their game, but they're playing this huge game of catch up that they just have no hope of winning if they continue on this path. The animations in this game are really what sells it short. 2K has had so much time to develop animations and study players and motion cap players and stuff like that. So a lot of their animations, granted, some of them can be reused and some of them get fucking annoying, I know, but the animations are smooth. I feel like what NBA Live tries to do is have a more free-flowing kind of NBA game, which would be fucking dope, but it comes across as completely clunky. And I think the main reason for that is because the physics system in the game isn't nearly developed enough to have a free-form flowing game be made for the NBA. In order to have a game like I think NBA Live is trying to be, the ball needs to follow its own kind of physics. But instead what you have is NBA Live having some identity crisis issues where it doesn't know where it wants to be NBA Live and where it wants to try to copy 2K. Because let's face it, 2K is killing it right now. Their games are constantly being rated as the best sports games being made. I'd say like it's probably 2K and FIFA that blow up like huge. So NBA Live is trying to get some of the success that 2K has and some of the success that their own FIFA game has, but somewhere in the middle, it doesn't mesh and it falls apart. I feel like I don't even really need to mention the player models because I honestly feel like some of the graphics in NBA Live 18 are actually a little bit better than 2K, mainly just like the contrast. I love like high contrast images and stuff like that, so I'm a little biased towards that. But I feel like NBA Live needs to realize that with how much money 2K has put in and with how much time 2K has had with all these players, with this big database, that they're not going to catch up in that front. So trying to make a graphically amazing game probably isn't the way to go. And I know a lot of fans are going to be upset at that because a lot of fans will just look at NBA Live 18 gameplay or look at a trailer and just be like, L, this looks like trash. Oh my God, these graphics, this shit ain't 2K. But at the end of the day, what really would sell a game is if it's fun. And NBA Live manages to catch like glimpses of fun, but it just kind of falls apart under its own weight. One of the things I noticed while playing NBA Live 18 is that the frame rate in the game seems like a little bit weird. I don't know if it's like choppy animations or if it actually is frame drops, but particularly when I'm like trying to shoot or when I'm driving or something, like I just feel the game not be as smooth or as responsive. And speaking of responsiveness, I feel like their controls are a little bit unintuitive. Now, this could completely be of my own fault because I'm so used to playing 2K that when I do something in NBA Live 18, I expect it to work like it does in 2K. But for the most part, NBA Live 18 takes a lot of the control scheme from NBA 2K, but it still doesn't feel as smooth. One thing in particular is the dribbling. I feel like the dribbling in this game is just awful. Now, one thing that it does do better is that I can dribble next to somebody and, you know, my player won't just like drop the ball and be like, oh my God, somebody's next to me. I don't know what to do all of a sudden. I get paid millions of dollars and I don't know how to dribble near somebody. Fuck me. But at the same time, there's no real finesse and there's no real spark there when you're dribbling the ball. Like I love the dribbling in 2K that they implemented in some of the more recent games. I just feel like the dribbling mechanic in 2K17 is one of my favorites. Granted, there is some bullshit like the charge bullshit where you'll just be walking with the ball and then all of a sudden you get a charge foul for whatever fucking reason, or sometimes, like I was saying earlier, you'll just dribble the ball next to somebody and then all of a sudden, you know, Kyrie Irving that has fucking amazing handles just doesn't know how to dribble anymore and just drops the ball for whatever reason. Like shit like that does happen, but overall, the fluidity of flicking the stick back and forth or side to side to do a crossover, it just feels really natural, and it just doesn't in this game. So let me answer the question that I asked in the beginning of this video. Why does NBA Live 18 suck? I honestly feel like it's just an overall lack of polish, particularly in the animation department. I get they want to make a more free-flowing game, but unless they're willing to put in the time and effort to make a full-fledged like physics system and a full-fledged like player and ball interaction system, like that would take so much effort and so much time. I feel like the easier route would be to go fix animations and try to do more animations. Now, if they were able to successfully manipulate the ball physics and player physics, I think that's the only way they can actually topple 2K. Because right now, if they're trying to keep up with 2K and trying to replicate what 2K is doing, they're just not going to beat them because 2K is so far ahead of them. They've had so much more years to develop. There's just no way they're going to end up coming back. The way you do this is to learn from 2K's mistakes. Listen to what the fans are bitching about in 2K and fix those problems, and people will eventually go towards the better product. And I also feel like a big way that they're going to put a dent into 2K is to take a loss at first. Sell your game for cheaper. Hell, have like a free weekend or a free week of like try NBA Live. Like that's what you have to do. You have to get people on your side. You have to give them the opportunity to really try out your game, and you're doing a good job of that. Like the NBA Live 18 demo is actually pretty fucking feature packed and it's super dope. Like I like the demo. Like if the game at its core was better, like this demo would be A1. But unfortunately, since the game isn't so great, I mean, there's really not a lot to be said and not a lot to be done with this demo because the gameplay at its core just isn't that great. So I think NBA Live can make a comeback if they do one important thing. Step the fuck away from making the games. Now, I know what you're saying. That sounds counterintuitive. How are we gonna come back if we're not making a game? You spend a year or two developing and polishing it. Don't try to make a game every year. You're not 2K, and that can work to your advantage. The reason why 2K games and 2K fans are so fed up is because the games have to come out every single year. And there's not a lot you can do with that amount of development time. That's why the changes we get from 2K to 2K are incremental. I feel like a lot of 2K fans are craving something new. They want something new to sink their teeth into. NBA Live can be that. They just need patience and they just need to take their time. Work on the animations, work on the physics system if you need to. Have a combination of both of them. Have a good physics system and some good animations to go with it to make it feel like you're really controlling an NBA player, and you can topple 2K. I'm not saying all this because I want 2K to fail, because I want 2K to just die out. Like, no, I fucking love 2K. 2K every single year is my most played game, bar none. I played a shit ton of 2K. I want the NBA games to be better. Competition can only do good for the scene. The reason why 2K can continue to do some shitty business practices, the reason why 2K can continue to do whatever the fuck they want really, is because they hold a monopoly on it. Same thing with Madden, for example. What are you gonna do? It's either you play Madden, your only NFL game, or you don't. Take your pick. That's why EA can do whatever the fuck they want with Madden. And I feel like EA has that same mindset with NBA Live. Like, the only reason why they want to get into this is to try to topple 2K and make the most money, and then they get a monopoly and they try to fuck people. Like, that's a whole nother story for a different video, talking about EA being absolute fucking scumbags, but that's neither here nor there. That's why I believe NBA Live 18 is trash, okay? Let me know what you guys think. Have you guys tried the demo? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. I just really wanted to talk about this. I know this really isn't what I normally do on my channel, but I'm trying something a little bit new, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to talk about NBA because I was just playing NBA Live and stuff, and I was just like, you know what? I kind of want to talk about why I don't like this game and stuff, and why other people might not like this game. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe here if you're new. I make new videos damn near never, but hopefully that'll change soon. Who knows? Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video when I turn 24 next year. Brooklyn, I'm out this bitch one time, baby girl. It's fucking hot in Topeka one time. Hold on, straight, bro.